Andy Katz here for FoxSports.com with my latest tiers. A little over a month into the season, we're going to do tiers for the top freshmen in the country. Let's start with Tier 1. Brandon Miller from Alabama. He may be the best freshman product for the NBA draft, no question about it. And by the way, I think he is the best freshman in the country right now. He's played big in a lot of big games for the Tide, but he's not the clear-cut favorite just yet. He's got some company, and that company still has to get healthy. Nick Smith Jr. from Arkansas, coming back from a knee injury, starting to play very well. He was probably the highest profiled freshman coming into the season. Number 3, a little bit of a surprise out of Duke. Kyle Filipowski was not expected to be the top freshman for the Blue Devils, yet he's been by far the most consistent. Number 4, another player trying to get healthy here, Cam Whitmore from Villanova. Thumb injury, but in the last few games since he's been back, Villanova's won them all, and he's been very, very good. At number 5, by far the biggest surprise in Tier 1, Donovan Clingan. He is a big man from Bristol, Connecticut. He's supposed to back up Adama Sanogo, yet he has had some starring moments for the undefeated UConn Huskies, including winning the MVP, the PK Invitational, out in Portland. He has been sensational so far for the Huskies. Tier 2. A lot of these players certainly could move up to Tier 1 as we go forward in the season. Jarris Walker from Houston has been a very consistent presence for the Cougars. Cason Wallace from Kentucky. Go a couple different directions with the Wildcats, but Wallace's perimeter defense has been sensational. 8 steals. I know it was a loss in double overtime to Michigan State, but his ability to have about 2.4 steals per game, that has been significant for the Wildcats. Grady Dick from Kansas had that big game against Duke in the Champions Classic. So that was significant for Dick, and he's been very good for Bill Self as a freshman. For Michigan, familiar name, Jett Howard, son of Juwan Howard. He's been a big-time scorer to complement Hunter Dickinson, so he's been exactly what the Wolverines needed. And Jalen Hood-Schifino from Indiana. He's had his moments in big games like against North Carolina. Back injury has kept him out the last few games. We'll see when he comes back, but he's been definitely one of the better freshmen in the country. Tier 3, another major surprise from Purdue, Fletcher Loyer. He has been big time in big games for the Boilermakers. Not been just about Zach Edey. The number 1 team in the country needed Fletcher Loyer to play the way he has for them to be undefeated so far. Dylan Mitchell from Texas, certainly one of the best athletes, but he's had his moments as well. Keontae George from Baylor, I would put him in that category as well in the Big 12, had moments for the Bears. Bryce Sensabaugh from Ohio State, he's only going to get better and better and has had some significant scoring moments for the Buckeyes. And then I want to pick one other player, and I had a tough time, but I'm going with Mark Mitchell from Duke. He had a highly productive outing against Iowa in the Jimmy V Classic, and I think he will only continue to get better for John Shire and the Blue Devils.